Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to talk with you about your first major writing project for our course, which is the annotated bibliography. Before we begin this discussion, I'd like to ask you to take a few moments to read the annotated bibliography material in our course site, which includes the project handout and rubric. The handout is displayed on this screen, but reading it as well as the project rubric prior to watching the video will help you better navigate the information we'll discuss here, as this video is designed to highlight the most important aspects of our project alone. Once you've had a chance to read the handout and rubric, please watch this video to gain a better understanding of the essential information for this project. So let's begin discussing our project more now. In this project, you'll compose an annotated bibliography. We're beginning with this project in English 102, as it will assist you in taking the first step to gradually working towards our culminating project in the course, which is the academic article. While the academic article is a lengthy and robust genre, the annotated bibliography is a more concise, focused genre that will allow you to begin practicing some of the key moves we've discussed with academic writing so far this semester. As you may recall, academic writing, and especially academic argumentation, emphasizes the importance of listening to ongoing conversations to understand and comprehend the ideas of others before you assert your own views. That's truly what the annotated bibliography is designed to help you with. You're going to conduct high-quality research to compose your annotated bibliography as you familiarize yourself with some of the specific ideas and viewpoints surrounding the issue that you plan to explore in your academic article. As you conduct this research, you'll be expected to discover sources that not only support your viewpoint on the issue, but also sources that effectively acknowledge opposing viewpoints, or people who essentially disagree or hold different perspectives than you. This will allow you to gather relevant, credible research that will truly serve as the foundation for your academic article. On this project handout, you'll see that this first portion summarizes the purpose for the project, like we just discussed. If we scroll down on the handout, you'll see the directions portion. This section focuses on the specific requirements for the project. One of the key things to note in the first couple of sentences is the entire project should be a minimum of 1,500 words, which will derive from the following components mentioned in this section. Your annotated bibliography should begin by listing the 1 to 2 sentence thesis statement you plan to use in your academic article. To compose an effective thesis statement, it's imperative that you identify a focused, narrow topic in your academic or career field to explore, instead of a broad, generalized topic. By narrowing the topic, you'll ultimately be able to focus your research to ensure it's intentional, it's specific, it's targeted towards your unique needs for writing. Ultimately, this will allow you to make specific, well-supported claims in your academic article. Within this module, there's material like the lessons that will help you narrow down a topic and compose a clear, compelling thesis statement that articulates the argument you plan to make about the issue in your academic or career field. This is one of the most pivotal parts of your academic article, because it really is the focal point for your article that will provide a roadmap for the direction you want to take with your argument. Because of that, I strongly recommend reaching out to me if you want assistance composing the thesis statement. I'm truly happy to help you, and you just need to reach out and let me know that you'd like that assistance. Once you've composed your thesis statement, you'll be expected to locate 3 credible and relevant sources for the annotated bibliography. These should be sources that you plan to use in your academic article eventually, and thus they should directly relate to your thesis statement. Once you identify the 3 sources you plan to use within the annotated bibliography, I'm asking you to discuss specific information about the sources to truly analyze and explain how they will be useful in your academic article. Now, before we review this content more, I want to emphasize that the annotated bibliography is a research-heavy project. Because of that, this module primarily focuses on research habits and skills, including how to find relevant and credible sources, as well as how to use them intentionally in your writing. So please be sure to carefully and completely progress with the module material, including reviewing the lessons. We'll even work with a librarian in this module. Taking time to complete the module material will ultimately help you with the specific project. Now, in terms of what you're composing for the annotated bibliography, once you locate your 3 sources, I'm asking you to begin by creating an MLA citation. This citation is one that eventually will go on your works cited page for the academic article. Again, there's several lessons in this module that discuss how to properly cite research, and Purdue OWL is another excellent resource to help with citations, which is also mentioned in the module lessons. Now, after you compose that citation, I'm asking you to write a summary. The summary for each source should include a robust paragraph that conveys the main points of that source. Here is where you'll discuss the main argument and claims of the source, as well as compelling details that the authors use to support their claims. To assist you with writing that summary, as well as with practicing how to integrate research in your writing, I'm asking you to include a 1-sentence quote from the source within your summary. The quote should be introduced with a proper signal phrase and include an in-text citation, both of which are discussed more in the module. This will further help you with the next project as well, since we'll be quoting, paraphrasing, and summarizing research moving forward. It's my goal that you carry these skills with you as you move forward. After you write the summary paragraph, I'm asking you to compose an evaluation of the source in one well-developed paragraph. In this portion of the handout, you'll notice several terms bolded, which are part of the CRAP test. The CRAP test is a tool supported by many libraries, which we'll use to analyze the credibility and relevance of research in relation to your specific topic. In this module, you'll find a lesson that talks about the CRAP test more in depth. I'm asking that you apply the CRAP test to each of the sources in the annotated bibliography. So you'll tell me about the currency, relevance, accuracy, authority, and purpose of each source to truly justify why you believe it's a valid, credible source to use in your research. And then finally, I'm asking that you compose an explanation paragraph in which you explain how you intend to use the source in your research. How do you see this source helping you compose your academic article? How does it specifically support your thesis statement? Why do you believe this is the best source for that purpose? What other sources did you consult, and why did you decide to use this source? It will be essential that you identify specific information and evidence from the source that you plan to use here to respond to these questions and fully explain how you plan to use this source. At the same time, I realize this may change as you continue to progress with your writing and research over the next few weeks. You may find a better source, for instance, or you may rethink the vision you have for a source. That's okay. At this point, I want you to explain your current vision and justify why you are considering this source. And then if you scroll down further, you'll discover some additional requirements for the project. With the 3 sources you're using, I'm asking that one of them is from a perspective that differs from the stance you're taking in your thesis statement. So you'll have 2 sources that are supporting your thesis statement and 1 source that opposes your thesis or takes a different stance than what you're arguing. Additionally, I'm asking that you have 1 academic source, which is a peer-reviewed source. This is something that you can locate in many of the library databases or possibly through Google Scholar, but it must be peer-reviewed. We'll discuss this in the module, but essentially peer review is an additional level of scrutiny that sources go through to fully demonstrate that it's a credible, well-developed source supported by experts in the field. Aside from this 1 source that must be peer-reviewed, your other sources, as long as they pass the CRAP test, can be non-scholarly sources. You are welcome to have all academic sources, or you can have the 1 peer-reviewed source alone and then other non-academic sources. It will largely depend on your topic and the available research. Essentially, you must have at least one peer-reviewed source for this project. On the annotated bibliography project, I'm also asking you to identify the sources as academic source and opposing view. That leads to the final portion here on formatting the project. Below are the guidelines on how I'd like you to structure your project. You'll see I'm asking you to begin with your thesis statement, then identify source 1 with the summary paragraph, the evaluation, and then explanation. Source 2 should be the academic source, and please write academic source so I know you're claiming that's the academic source, followed by the citation, summary, evaluation, and explanation. Finally, the opposing view with the citation, summary, evaluation, and explanation. In addition to the information on this handout, there's also a sample of one source on Canvas, which includes how to compose and format the information like we've discussed here. Please consult this material in the module so you can see how to meet the expectations we've discussed. As we wrap up, I'd like to emphasize that I'm always here to help. If you'd like further clarification or feedback at any point, please just reach out. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.